Welcome back, folks. Be94 here with another WCW Monday Nitro. We are here in June 2002. We're opening the show. If you remember last week, Eric Bischoff was taken out by Chavo Guerrero and his new bodyguard Brian Clark. So we will have to find a new GM, which we will be announcing on this show. I just want to thank everybody for all the support on the last video. We absolutely crushed it with the views and the like goal. So we'll just keep that momentum going as we keep going on our journey here in 2002 with World Championship Wrestling. We opened the show with using my user character, walking backstage and welcoming the American Dream Dusty Rhodes to World Championship Wrestling. Dusty Rhodes is not going to be the new GM. That's going to be the next segment. But Dusty Rhodes has signed a contract with us to be a part of the company as a road agent and a personality. So I wanted to bring him in, especially since he's very much a WCW type guy, NWA world champion. So we wanted to keep him with this type of company. So that was the move on the reason we brought him in. He got the old school face, which got adequate. He did a masterful job with the crowd. 73 segment. If we look at his gimmick changes here, standard gimmick. I couldn't, for whatever reason, it wouldn't let me do a legend gimmick. But either way, he's just gonna be a old school baby face who's just kind of there as a personality. So looking forward to that. And now as we get into the arena, we welcome our new general manager. I come down to the ring and I welcome Paul Heyman, former ECW owner. He was our owner and booker for our developmental, and we are bringing him to the fold here in World Championship Wrestling to replace Eric Bischoff. A little bit low on the segment rating, but that's okay. That's probably because of my user guy. Sports Agent Cocky, he's very good at that. He improvised well. Popular, okay. Marketable gimmick, perfect. Again, only a 49 segment. Little bit of a downplay there, but we're about to hear from our new general manager. And our new general manager announces a bunch of new things that are coming to World Championship Wrestling, and that he is going to use his mentality from Extreme Championship Wrestling to make WCW the best company in the world and take over WWE. He says tonight, as you can tell, obviously Lance Storm is going to challenge the Guido for the US title. Well, we have some other stuff we're going to have tonight, as Berlin and Rob Van Dam are going to go to a hardcore match tonight to finish up their feud. We're going to see the television champion find out who his #1 contender is going to be for next week, as we will have a fatal 4-way to determine that. And there will be an announcement next week regarding the Great American Bash. So looking forward to all of that. 48 on the segment rating. And in a decent match, Diamond Dallas Page and Frankie Kazarian defeat Rhino and Ken Shamrock in 9:57 when Diamond Dallas Page pins Ken Shamrock with the Diamond Cutter. Rhino carried the match in performance. Kazarian of 54, Page of 55, Shamrock of 46, Rhino of 71. Both storylines have advanced. Page and Shamrock are off their game. The announcing quality to the match, 61 overall segment. This match stems from last week, as Rhino and Shamrock are beating down Kazarian as Diamond Dallas Page made the save. So good match at everybody here. I would have preferred a little bit of a higher rating, but we'll take what we can get. Backstage, we got Double J talking about how he got both BG and Dustin Rhodes into the #1 contenders match tonight, and that there would be major repercussions if they lost or if one of them did not come out on top in this match. The Dynasty storyline has advanced. 63 overall segment. Just keep on building and building to what's eventually going to happen here. And about that, decent reaction from the crowd in Subpar Wrestling. Chavo Guerrero defeats CM Punk in 6:33 with a gory bomb, 46 rating. Chavo at 51, Punk at 38. Chavo repackaged Ryan's advanced. Announcing quite lifted the match. Just to give Chavo another win here. Now that he's finally taken care of Bischoff, it's time to kind of do something with Chavo going forward. Punk is kind of being the go-to jobber right now. We're just trying to get his in-ring performance and popularity up to put him on the main roster. So, good stuff out of both guys here. Paul Heyman's in his office, and two former ECW stars, Shane Douglas and Bam Bam Bigelow, walk into the office. Say it's great to see that Paul Heyman is here. And now that World Championship Wrestling get back to what it should be. And Paul says, well, tonight, guys, I got something special for you guys for sure. First of all, it's great to see you guys back, but I want you guys in the ring, and I have two guys who will be perfect for you guys as opponents tonight. Just go down to the ring, and you'll see them shortly. 69 overall segment. The Shane and Bam Bam story has advanced. Paul Heyman worked the crowd very well. Good stuff. And the debut that we have been waiting on forever. Shane Douglas and Bam Bam Bigelow are in the ring as the Dudley Boys sneak behind them and hit them with chairs. As then the Dudley Boys set up their 3D on Shane Douglas in the middle of the ring. The Dudley Boys are here in World Championship Wrestling. The first major defect from World Wrestling Entertainment. Bubba Ray got a great on his gimmick. Devon got a poor, but that's okay. Devon did a masterful job on improvising interactions. 63 overall segment. Great stuff here. And then Devon's as well. Same deal. Again, this is a huge get for us. Our tag team division has somehow gotten even stronger now. And the Dudley Boys are going to be baby faces at the time being. And they're going to be feuding with Shane and Bam Bam, which is going to be awesome for both parties here. So, no complaints. Very happy with this, and we're moving forward. And in our #1 contenders match for the TV Championship, in a decent match, Mark Jindark defeats Billy Kidman, BG James, and Dustin Rhodes in 11:59, when Mark Jindark pins Dustin Rhodes with a mark of excellence. Kidman of 47, BG of 49, Jindark of 55, Dustin Rhodes of 61. TV title and Dynasty story has advanced. Dustin Rhodes used subtle mannerisms to face turn, and the announce call left in the match. 52 overall segment. Multiple things happened with this. We now have Jindark as the #1 contender for the TV title. Kidman gets featured, and we keep the storyline going with the Dynasty as Dustin is eventually going to be turning babyface. All good things here, no complaints on any side. Wish the segment was a little bit higher, but I'll take it. RVD cuts a backstage promo about how he's excited for Heyman to be here in World Championship Wrestling, and that he's very happy with the fact that he gave him this hardcore match against Berlin. This feud's finally going to come to a head tonight, and RVD's going to get his long-awaited retaliation towards Berlin for screwing him for the US title. 60 overall segment, and Malicious Dawn has advanced. Wow. In a good match, Rob Van Dam defeats Berlin in 10:02 by pinfall with a 5-star frog splash. RVD at 90, Berlin at 52. Storyline has advanced and gained heat. The match got the crowd hotter. 76 segment rating. Wow. Great stuff out of both men. Obviously, RVD is the best in-ring worker we probably have in the company. Berlin have definitely held his own, and now we can do more things with both guys. Great American Bash is going to be featuring both these guys in a very great way, so we'll get to that next week, but I don't want to spoil anything there. Very happy with this match. We cut backstage to Guido and Rey Gonzalez and Super Crazy watching on the monitor, obviously pissed that Berlin has lost his match against Rob Van Dam. And tonight, Rey Gonzalez and Super Crazy need to be out there to make sure Guido doesn't get screwed over by the outsiders and help Lance Storm win the US title. All three storylines have advanced, and Guido clearly did well without script, and we got 73 segment. Again, the Militia has been the MVP to this whole save, so great stuff out of everybody here. And about that, good heat and decent wrestling. Rey Mysterio Jr. defeats Vampiro in 12:56 by pinfall, the Springboard Hurricane Rana. Rey Mysterio 73, Vampiro 46. WCW story has advanced. Rey Mysterio and Vampiro don't click. That's disappointing. Announced a quiet lift in the match, and the match got the crowd hotter. 65 segment. Remember, we got Abyss challenging Rey Mysterio at the Great American Bash, so it's only natural that he faces one of the Nightbreed members tonight. Good stuff, though. 65, I'll take it for a match where they don't click. Post-match, Mitchell cuts a promo from the stage talking about how Abyss is going to annihilate Rey Mysterio at the Great American Bash, and that a 5'5" champion has nothing against a 6'8", 400-pound monster. he may have gotten lucky tonight against Vampiro, but luck is running out. By the Great American Bash, we will have a new WCW champion. Storyline has advanced, and James Mitchell improvised well throughout the segment. 67 overall in that segment. And about that, had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Chris Kanyon defeats Elix Skipper in 808 by a pinfall with a flatliner. Skipper is 74, or Kanyon is 74, Skipper is 61, 69 overall in the match. Much better than I very much expected out of this, but I'll take it. Chris Kanyon gets a nice win, and Elix Skipper gets featured in a solid singles match. Post-match, Chris Kanyon officially challenges Sting for the Great American Bash. As the camera pans up to the rafters as Sting interrupts him and accepts the challenge for the Great American Bash. So Chris Kanyon is going to get his first real big feud here in World Championship Wrestling, in my opinion, as he is going to be challenging Sting at the Great American Bash one-on-one. See if Kanyon can hold his own against the icon Sting. 68 overall segment, and the storyline has advanced. We cut backstage to Dusty and Dustin Rhodes kind of reuniting backstage. But in the background, you see Jeff Jarrett looking around the corner as he smiles and walks away from the segment as the camera still pans on Dusty and Dustin chatting it up. But it looks like Jeff Jarrett has something bad intentions for what he's thinking about. The storyline has advanced and gained heat, and the face turn eventually is going to be happening. 64 segment here. Just planting some more seeds. We get a quick little video shot of the Hurricane fighting crime away from WCW this week. It says that next week he'll be back and ready to go as we move towards the Great American Bash. The Hurricane did a great job improvising interactions. 56 overall on the segment. I had to get creative here because I had to send Buff Bagwell home due to a failed drug test. So Hurricane had to get a little creative here. Backstage, Lance Storm walks up to the Outsiders and says that he needs to make sure they have his back tonight, as he knows the militia is going to outnumber him. The Outsiders obviously accept, as they are very deep in this feud against the militia, and it looks like he's going to have Scott and Kevin in his corner in this US Championship main event. All storylines advanced. 68 overall segment right before the match. And about that, superb wrestling and good heat. The Guido defeats Lance Storm in 13-19 by pinfall after using a foreign object. The Guido makes defense number 2 of the US title. Lance Storm at 80, Guido in 84. US title storyline has advanced. Lack of psychology, that's okay. 75 overall in the segment. Great stuff out of that match. Let's see what we get for an overall rating for the show, though. And our overall rating was a 74. Solid stuff. Couple of good matches on this card, I think, that are way more oriented towards the wrestling show. A lot of feuds built up. We had some major debuts by the Dudleys. Shane and Bam Bam are back. We have a new general manager in Paul Heyman. Lots of stuff. New #1 contender for the TV title in Mark Jindark. Guido was able to retain his US title. So much to unpack here. So much to go into next week with. You guys have been crushing it with showing support with likes and views. Let's shoot for 10 likes on this video as we move towards the Great American Bash. And let's just keep that commenting and liking going, because obviously there's a YouTube algorithm that we got to get to. So please make sure we keep supporting, and we'll be able to bring you another episode next week.